guys, hi besties, hi loves. Welcome back to my channel, and my name is Chidima if this is your first time here. And with me I have my very beautiful friend Olamide. Her YouTube name is Chill with Lami. So
chill.
Okay, so we just finished filming like a video on her channel, so please, after watching this video, go ahead to her channel and watch her videos, and please subscribe to her channel as well. Okay,
God bless you.
God bless
no boy.
And then we'll be talking about friendships. Yeah, we'll be talking about friendships, navigating female friendships, and touch a bit on how it has also affected us, like since we got married, like how our friendships have been and all of that.
Yeah.
So here we have some questions that we have, you know, put down, and we'll just be picking from it and answering questions as we go.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get right.
Are you ready?
At this point, if you don't like, share, and subscribe, what's wrong with you?
Thank you.
What's wrong with you? Let me try to change my this. If you don't subscribe,
Please subscribe to my channel. You guys should encourage me, okay? But anyway, guys, they're good. They always encourage me. So, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Oh God, why me?
Yeah, our guest.
Oh,
so let's treat you well.
Okay, the first question is, why do female friendships no longer last?
But do you agree with that statement?
I don't agree, because this is a general statement. I think there's something that says beware of hasty generalizations.
Yeah.
It does not make sense. It's not good English.
I don't know.
Sense. That doesn't make sense. Just but yeah, I don't know. So I'm not going to generalize this, but maybe, you know, for me, first off, why are female friendships very difficult? I think
that's another question.
Because maybe if we're able to answer that question, probably we'll be able to answer this one. I think there are so many things that come into play. If you look at females, there are so many things that happen in 1 month to somebody. There's like your menstrual period, hormones, different things are changing, affect how you relate and things like that. But again, what I've seen is, I think looking at like boy-boy relationship and girl-to-girl, female relationship and male friendships, I feel like females actually need to put in much more effort, and I do not know why.
I agree with that.
I don't know why that is. Like a guy might have, like,
they give so much grace to relationships than their friendships.
Girls are also,
they'll forgive their boyfriend. He cheats on you, he beats you, he shouts at you. Anything the guy does is forgivable. But you let your girlfriend just, for example, do something,
yeah, like it's like we're so quick to cut off. And me, the way I actually like to also see female friendships, to the ones that are worth keeping, I sometimes treat them as relationship, but I mean not at the same level as my marriage.
Yeah.
Especially with girls. Like I have male friends that I don't need to talk to them in 1 year. I don't need to call them and say like, how are you? Are you alright? See this fish? And we are good.
Yeah.
But girls, look at the attitude that will follow 1 year after. It's crazy. So I think it's just maybe how we're built. We're quick to cut off, and there are just so many things that go on with maybe hormonal changes, and they affect how people, like people's mood. Like you can call me today now and I can be acting or responding in a very certain way. That's because I'm just down. I'm allowing like my emotions to get a part of me, and you on the other side will probably feel like I'm snubbing you, things like that. And then communicating, you're doing first to talk. If you don't come here, I'll not call you. Like things like that actually also real. I think expectations as well. To be honest, I feel treating your female friendships, actually knowing that females are very unique beings, treating it as relationships is very important, because that, I think, minding expectation. Now, expectation is the problem. You know, you expect, or maybe you put someone here, a person doesn't like operate on that level, and you know that's, you know, rifts can cause issues. I think that's just, there are so many dynamics to, you know, why female friendships can be difficult. So many. Yeah. What do you think?
So for me, the reason why I feel like most female friendships do not last anymore, like you said, I feel like it's expectations, because you know, the way you carry some people that's not the way they carry you, and you just have to try to be okay with that, and live with that. So then what happens then is, a reason is the word friendship or friends, right? People use the word, but that person you're calling a friend, maybe the person is just your acquaintance, but you don't know. You think the person is your friend, right? So it's easy to just say, oh, she's my friend, but that person is your acquaintance. The person just knows you, knows your name, and knows like a couple of things about you, but you and the person have not shared experiences together for you to be able to use that word friends or friendship on it. You get? So
call it what it is.
Yeah, so I feel like going back to the question, like why they don't last, is the expectations that we have on people that are not even supposed to be on that level that you're placing them, but because you've placed them on that level, then when they break your heart, then you know that friendship to you, it's over and everything, but that person just did not see you as a friend.
So how do you now manage like expectations? Because it's going to hurt if you, because that's actually, because if I now do something like, how can my friend do this, but like I'm not even your friend, like
how do you
now manage the expectation whereby
I would say it's two things. Number one is how you manage expectation is to define it first of all. Define it, and I'll get back to defining it, but define it, and even before defining it, sometimes it's what you give that you receive. So if you've shown this person you want to be friends with them, for example, maybe it's their birthday and you get them something. If you guys were not close before and you get them something, it will make their attention turn on you. Like, okay, this person actually went out of her way or his way to, you know, get me this kind of gift. Like, that's if the person has sense, so you get not everybody has sense.
You want to give, you want to collect, you want to give.
Exactly. So if the person is someone that's reasonable, then the person would actually, you know, say, okay, this person wants to form a friendship with me. But going back to my first point, in terms of defining it, it's really good to define friendship. That okay, I want to be friends with you, I want to be friends with you. What are your expectations like?
So how do you define? Do you just say, okay, Chidima, what are we? Are we friends? Like how do you now, like how do you create that environment for that conversation to say, okay, you're my acquaintance, okay, you're my friend? Or do you just not do some certain things that will make you think that this person is my friend?
Okay, I think that you would know if you need to have that conversation. That's what I feel. The reason the conversation is not common is maybe because you and the person are already on that level together. So there is no need to talk about that conversation.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There's no need. But the moment one person starts feeling like I'm not getting the same energy back, then the conversation will come up. But if you know you meet someone, you guys vibe, you guys go for events together, all those kind of things, there would be no need for the conversation to even think of coming up because you guys are cool. But the moment one person starts feeling like, oh, I'm giving more than the other person, it will come up. No way. It will come up one way or the other. Okay, is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, so it says, how do you make female friends as adults? That's one. And are we biased towards married or single ladies?
Your question, I say.
It's harder, I would say.
Yeah.
The reason it's harder to make friends as an adult, I feel, is because most friendships are from, like I said, maybe shared experiences, something you guys have gone through together, school, church, work. Like it always comes from a shared experience, right? Like we went through this together, so we can relate and all of that. That's how you make friends. To me, I think, like,
so let's say you move to the UK. How are you making friends here?
Wow, it was so difficult. It is still so difficult to make friends here in the UK. When I came, I was sad, I was lonely. I just needed friends around me, but there was no friend around me. So honestly, like, so I don't know, it's hard.
And then you say maybe she had a husband, but you know,
it's not enough.
In my video, I watched.
Yes. So even if you have your husband, like I also have a video on my channel about happiness and everything. Your husband cannot make you happy. Like you have to choose to be happy yourself. Like you have to make that conscious effort and decision. decision. Because if you put it in another person's, that's even giving them too much power over your own life. You know, if you make them responsible for your own happiness, it means that
without them you're miserable.
Without them you're miserable, and it means that they have control over you. So they can decide when they say today I want to make Chidima unhappy, and they will come, they come and make me unhappy. Do you understand? So you have to not give people that power over you. I know I've not answered the question very well. How do you make friends as adults? Maybe shoot your shots to people.
Yeah. Like if you see someone, if you see someone that you are interested in, like you can start by leaving a comment on maybe their socials. You know, follow up with that. Feels like
send a DM.
And like you need to be patient. Like it's not, it won't just bam, we are friends. It can take 1 year, it can take 2 years.
And be okay to get an L. Like be okay with L's. Like if they don't want to be friends with you, don't take it to heart, because these people also, they have to like be
they have their own circles. They won't have the bandwidth to bring you in as a friend, so it's nothing personal.
And then the second question says, are we biased towards married or single ladies? For me, I'm not. I'm not.
Like you need to be short-sighted to be biased, because
I'm not. Because the person that you have to say, oh, she's a single lady, that person will get married tomorrow. Then how would you navigate that? It doesn't make sense. Like, I truly do not like people that segregate based off your marital status. It's something that irritates me. Like it's one of my pet peeves or one of my icks. Like I don't like it.
How do you? Why did I have to pick up this question? Can I choose another what? No. How do you deal with friendships, betrayals, and heartbreaks? Okay. Kiku. Oh, jeez. First, the way I'm going to answer this question, I'm not going to paint the scenario. I'm just going to answer it in a way that I'm going to rephrase the question, which is, how would you deal with friendships and heartbreaks? And that's going to be as a result of introspection on what happened. So basically, I think what I learned from that situation was just, I think things would have been better if I tossed my ego aside and communicated as soon as possible, and had given grace and not made up scenarios in my head. I think first off, ego, that thing is like crazy. Because laying aside that ego will lay a foundation for me to communicate, and from there, like I now understand the situation truth. If you do something I don't like, I'm going to let you know ASAP. Like I'm going to tell you that this thing you did, and I won't be bitchy about it. I'm not gonna say you that did this one, and then like, oh no, now like that's how I come. Like I don't like hold all of those things anymore. The way that's how I would. Or even when there's like a little situation, if someone acts like in a very cold way to me, I'm going to let you know that okay, I reached out to you last time we spoke, you sounded this, you acted this, and then I was hurt, you made me feel this way. Allow the person or say their own side of the story. But if they are consistent with their actions, and I've tried and they don't want to have a friendship with me, what can I do?
Just take your L.
Take your L in peace. So that's what I would do dealing with friendship habits. So tossing my ego aside, communicating, because they are my friends now. You can't just try them off. Like they are, like you might have done something, but it doesn't make them like totally bad people. So just like taking out time to communicate and understand the situation. If now after you've reached out and then they just still don't want to be your friend because of anything, then that's fine.
Good, yeah. So that's something I wanted to talk about. Like one thing with this our generation is
you don't want to try. Cancel any small thing. Cancel any small thing.
I cut you off. That's true. That is very true. So that's what I was going to say. Like one thing with our generation is we're so quick to call people up.
Call people out.
And I see it backfiring. Like I see it backfiring big time. Because imagine we're in our 40s, 50s, and the person you don't cut off
it's life.
Turns out to be someone that you might need in the future, or the person might need you. How would you, navigate? So it's always better to just even phase out friendships. I feel like it's better to fade out friendships that, okay, even if you were heartbroken and everything, except maybe the person did maybe life-threatening or really terrible something, really bad something. But if it's just a matter of, for example, maybe you guys were at different phases in your life, and then so let it just die naturally, that kind of thing. I was even seeing a conversation online. They were like, don't ghost people. That if you want to ghost them, let them know why you're ghosting them. And I don't even know how I feel about that. Like, I don't support ghosting, but the fact that it's just like I want to say, I want to ghost you, Olamide. So this is the reason why I'm ghosting. That sounds crazy. Like,
so maybe
I don't know. So I guess about that.
So I guess maybe maybe you have a conversation with them, and then let them know this is what you've done.
This is the reason why you're ghosting.
Maybe this is the reason why like this is what you did to me. I'm not happy with you, blah, and then you just ghost.
No, I think this one they were even talking more from friendship and also relationship. You know, some guys will just ghost some girls. Sometimes
I'm talking about relationship or friendship. I'm just saying, we are married people here. I'm not speaking to relationships.
True. So okay, true. In terms of friendship, I agree with that. In terms of friendship, I agree with letting friends know. I totally agree with that, and it's something that I did not used to do before. Like, if my friends, they know, the ones that have had the beautiful opportunity to quarrel with me, they know that normally when we quarrel, what will happen is I would just stop conversations. I would just withdraw. I think that's the word. I would just withdraw myself. Then until interventions of mutual friends will come in, blah blah blah. Then when we come and talk about it, but I'm learning. So that was like me before. That was how I handled things. Like I would just withdraw. Like I would just take myself out of the equation, and the person would know that okay, there's something wrong, right? So that was how I used to handle it before, and I don't really think that that's the best way to go about
just giving people the benefit of doubt, really. Except they've been consistent in that action, like you mentioned it, and the person is still doing it, then maybe that's a deal breaker.
What's your friendship deal breaker? Actually, I'm thinking about a situation where why I would say I'm not doing friendship with someone again.
Maybe they are gossiping and saying bad things about you.
Yes.
That person has my best interest, in my opinion. Especially if you're close to me and you now go, you're bitching about me. Sorry for my language. You're saying things about me to different people. You're supposed to have my back. No, we might no longer be so close. But we can't be on that same wavelength again.
Like for me, my friendship deal breaker is I can't stand people that look down on people. For me, you can't be my friend if you look down on people. Or maybe you're talking down on me. It doesn't even have to be me, just anyone. And that was something that even while I was in school, even my relationships, red flag. Like as soon as I see you're rude, even to the waiter, that's it. That's it for me. Like it's such a turn off for me, right? So I feel like that's my number one friendship deal breaker. People that are just unnecessarily rude. I don't do well with rude people.
And again, it's a thing in this with Twitter, and see the way we're saying this generation is. I know you look like we're 30.
But it's just I'm a millennial. I'm a millennial. Don't mind that she's a millennial. She don't see a fancy Gen Z. But we're like at the borderline.
But there's just there's something about being blunt and being rude. So many people
just mean, just being a mean girl. I'm a mean girl.
It's not cute.
It's not cute at all. Being nice is cuter. Thank you. That's my whole friendship deal breaker. It's so long.
Our friendship is not really right now. Our friendships these days real or Instagram content worthy friendships. Like, so the question is, all this Instagram friendship that you post, you used to see click of clips. You know them. Are they actually real, or they are just for Instagram content and things like that? I can't answer for anybody. Me, I'm not in those people's friendship circles, so I can't say, this person's friendship is fake, that person's friendship is fake.
But I feel like the question I wanted to ask there was, do you think these days people want to make friends with people that they feel will make their Instagram feed look more aesthetic?
As per actually with the big girls.
Like more aesthetic. Because I've even heard situations where they said, for example, a bride would say, for you to be my bridesmaid, you have to look a certain way. Yes, I've seen stories online. Where the bride would be like, for example, like if they have like a fat friend, they will tell the fat friend not to be on the train. You've not heard stories like that?
Oh, that's crazy.
It's online.
How is the fat friend still different? Sorry.
You don't understand. They have like an aesthetic they are going for, so they don't want it to spoil the slim girl, thick girls aesthetic. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I think where I was going with that question was these days when people make friendships.
Yeah.
For me, I feel like.
Is it because they probably look a certain way? You want to be associated with this kind of person, or
what?
Is it because maybe they look a certain way, or I see that maybe this person posts and I want to like
Yes, I want to be associated with that person, and they only want to make friends with certain people that make them look good too as well. And I feel like
I think some friendships.
I feel like there's some people like that.
Yeah, there's some definitely some people because everybody needs to push agenda. That when you have YouTube channel, I have YouTube channel, and then because it feels like this friendship now. This like friendship these days is like
transactional.
Exactly, is you give and take, and everybody's trying to push themselves. So you see me, maybe there's like a YouTuber that I'm eyeing, I should be gonna be like probably entering a DM and leaving comments also that notice me, pick me, and then we get to have an outing and I'll vlog it. And I'm like, actually wait, can you call? And then she should repost it. I don't know, like it's whatever works.
So why do female friendships end after marriage?
Like, is that she's married now, I don't want to disturb her and her husband. We're not on the same level anymore. It's just your perception.
But is it really disturbance? Because I had this conversation with my friend, and
it's what they think, but it's not the truth.
It's not the truth. Like
for me, I think I've had to work harder to like I always try. I try not to miss my friend's birthday. I try to because I don't want them to it's bad enough they're already having that thought, and I don't want to validate it. So I actually sometimes have to go out of my way to always reach out. I think for me, I've actually worked more on my friendships even while being married than any other time in my life. Because I know that thought might even subconsciously.
Yeah. And because that's something we spoke about as well. That it's actually the conclusion I had from that conversation with my friend is it's actually on the married person's part to do more of the what you said, work more on it, because you need to assure them that nothing much has changed, like we can still do the friendship thing. But I really don't know why this happens a lot of times.
Maybe because sometimes, so for example, let's say we have friends in Nigeria and then someone says, oh, let's hang out, and like, you have like a date with your husband, or you have to Thanksgiving at your mother-in-law, all of those things, and gradually you got like, it's just because you are not on that same. And maybe when your friend now gets married, she sees it, and then you can even like build the friendship back again. So just because of where we are at different stages in our lives, basically.
But I don't think that's right, though. I don't think that's right. But there's nothing much we can do about it.
Well, I remember when God, it made me so emotional. When after my wedding, and then I had to, so I was delaying bringing down my Ashwebi group because there had been so many chats, and I just like saw my friends, everybody come together, almost 17 people, and then I still remember my ending words was, you guys are married now, please don't shut me out of your lives. And
I feel like they shot it.
And if you shut me, I'm going to drag you, I'm going to. But even at that, still,
things still happen.
You just can't help it. It's just what it is. And when they also come on that like level, it's just the same way to you being friends with like someone that you cannot be so much as friends with someone that is married and has children. Than because you
feel like that one as well.
Well, you talk about school, you talk about it's just very like nothing serious. But again, this conversation.
But please, female friendships are not supposed to end after marriage. I don't subscribe to that. Naturally, it will phase off. It will phase out, right? Naturally, it will phase out. But I still feel like if these people are your G's, it won't. Because I'm still really close to Choma, Wande, and Ayo. Like some people that like these are my single friends. Like because amongst my own circle of friends, right? I like apart from me, only Lara has gotten married from my own circle of friends, right? So we're not a lot that have gotten married. So I still need them, and so I just feel like we should try more to stay in touch. Yeah, to just really try, because it's not the same for guys. Guys in marriage, after marriage, they are still tight.
Yeah.
But for women, it's different, because we're thinking about a lot of things. We're carrying our family. We're carrying a lot of things. Oh, what are we gonna cook? What are we gonna eat? What are we gonna do? So everything, making sure that the home is just like put together.
Yeah.
But to me, that doesn't still mean that you cannot still juggle the friendship. Honestly, sad.
Any parting words?
No, there's the last one now.
Okay, this one says why female friendship so difficult.
Okay, yeah, we answered it.
Yeah.
So yeah, from any parting words for you?
For me, I'll just say at the core of any friendship, either male or female, is someone that is willing to do the hard work. Like, you need to work with it. You can't just leave it. Like, you
can't vibe it.
You can't. If you don't water it, to die.
Yeah.
Like, that's just it. Whether you whether female or whether single, whether married or any of your friends, if you don't water even the ones that you're even supposedly closer to, if you don't water it daily, and I think that's also the thing. You can't water all your friendships at the same time. You give more water to some than you give to the others. So so I think that's just it.
And you need to define your core, like who the core friends, right? And just
Anyway, that's my own.
Anyways, yeah. So thank you.
We made it.
Finally, like I feel like we'll be talking for like hours.
So
my phone is saying I should stand up. So yeah, so thank you for joining us on this conversation.
Yeah.
Sure. This is the first time you're showing on my channel actually.
You? Same.
Yeah, same. This is the first time we're doing like a video together.
No. She has shown on my channel before, but it was when we went for one.
Okay, yeah. After your wedding
and
everything. Oh, that's true. That was last year as well. So yeah, so thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
And you guys, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below what you guys think about this conversation. And don't forget to also go to her channel. I'm going to leave it below. Chill with Lami. I'm here on YouTube. So you guys, if you don't want her to fight you, so please go watch her video, and don't forget to subscribe to her channel as well. Alright, so thank you very much. Thank you. Bye.